10 Struggles of Being a Highly Sensitive Person. Do you frequently experience intense emotions? If so, it could be exhausting and overwhelming. It can make you question why you react to things so strongly compared to how others seem to handle them. People frequently criticize others for their sensitivity, which makes them feel weak and inferior. It could feel lonely there. However, despite the fact that some people could interpret this to mean that the individual has a fault or is flawed in some way, this isn't the case. Unbelievably, 20% of the population has a hypersensitive neurological system, which is related to increased sensitivity. There are highs and lows for someone who is extremely sensitive. It might occasionally be fantastic, but it can also make dealing with problems difficult and frustrating. You feel things considerably more intensely than most people do, regardless of the situation. Here are 10 struggles of being a highly sensitive person. Number 1. You criticize yourself a lot. You often hold yourself to extremely high standards, imposing sometimes seemingly impossible goals and standards on yourself. You also blame yourself when you fall short of your ambitions. In a way, you prepare yourself for some significant obstacles while placing little value on any early successes. In the end, your perspective on success and method of operation makes you feel like a failure since you believe you are incapable of doing anything. It's a never-ending circle. Number 2. You fear rejection. You struggle with rejection, and your tendency to worry just makes it worse. It elevates your emotions to a new level. Because of the complexity involved, this is, of course, felt the greatest in love relationships. You may sense it as soon as you start interacting with someone new. Feelings of unease and uncertainty are sparked by a dread of being open and exposed. Therefore, it's challenging for you to have faith in the other person. Unfortunately, this anxiety and insecurity might be so overwhelming that you decide to quit the relationship. This can have an effect on other parts of your life as well because it frequently keeps you from pursuing goals like getting a job promotion or beginning the side business you've always wanted to. Number 3. You take things personally. People who have heightened sensitivity frequently don't react well to jokey remarks or barbs. But that shouldn't come as a surprise. And while everyone occasionally muses over the words and deeds of others, and the majority are able to let those ideas go, sensitive people can hold on to those thoughts, sometimes simply a single comment, for extended periods of time, which can be detrimental to their wellness. If a comment differs from how you anticipate it to be understood, you could become mired in analysis and contemplation. Number 4. Your stress becomes physical pain. After a while, when you're always feeling stressed, you may start to experience physical symptoms including headaches, stomach aches, and other troubles. And it may all have started with a single occurrence that disturbed you, or it could have happened gradually as a result of an accumulation of unfavorable thoughts. Number 5. You have a hard time accepting critical feedback. A highly sensitive person already has it tough enough dealing with thoughts of how other people see them on a daily basis. But when they have to deal with situations like a review at work or any other circumstance where there's a chance of being negatively judged for one reason or another, this becomes much worse. Receiving any negative feedback also acts as a kind of confirmation for the personal jabs you've already leveled at yourself. Number 6. You're emotionally reactive. People who are very sensitive have a very strong connection to their emotions, and even seemingly small events can cause them great distress. Of course, everyone has their moments and is capable of getting agitated when a significant event occurs. But you frequently lose your temper and become stressed out over trivial matters, and you have a tendency to overreact to things that don't really matter or don't have much of an effect on your life. Your life can appear to be a never-ending soap opera due to your propensity for exaggeration. Number 7. You are easily distracted by external stimuli. Since sensitive people process stimuli more thoroughly than non-sensitive people do, even the smallest things can become stressors for them, as I mentioned in the previous point. You always like to be ready for various situations, so anything that is impulsive, such as loud sounds, bright lights, crowds, and smells, can be triggers and distractions. Your hypersensitive system can therefore be shocked by any stimuli. Number 8. Group outings challenge you. You tend to be much better at one-on-one interactions because you are a highly sensitive person. You simply find it simpler and more concentrated. Things can get a little messy when other people join in or come along because you're trying to get their attention or just trying to feel heard in a group of people. Group outings typically leave you feeling worn out because of this. Number 9. Driving can be stressful. For overly sensitive people, driving can be yet another difficult task. This results in trips taking longer than they should because, for example, you choose side streets rather than the highway because, when you encounter traffic, your anxiety levels soar, sending your emotions and thoughts on yet another emotional roller coaster. Number 10. Social media makes you unhappy. You already have a difficult time in the actual world as a sensitive person. But things only become worse after you use Facebook or Instagram. You can easily fall into the comparison trap when living in a virtual world where everyone's life and circumstances appear to be ideal. This has a negative impact because it triggers thoughts of inadequacy. You sit there, your thoughts getting worse as you fixate on other people's flimsy online profiles. But you just can't seem to quit. If you've watched this far, you must realize how difficult it is to have heightened sensitivity. But despite all of its shortcomings, it does have some benefits. This group includes some of the most talented, gifted, thoughtful, and insightful individuals. To succeed as a highly sensitive person, you should put your best foot forward and play to your strengths. Additionally, work on preventing drawbacks from taking control. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and tell your friends about it so we can make more like it. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.